Blog Talk Radio.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
And welcome, my minions. My name's Tom Marquis, El Presidente. I'm on loan from God for the next 2 hours. You will pay homage to me as I guide you through this crazy world of sports. And a crazy world it was this week. We've got all the ingredients, man. We've got sex. We've got explosions. We've got trading. We've got NBA. We've got college basketball. Man, we got it all. We're going to start off here in just a few moments with Matthew Embury. Going to be talking some college hoopage from WSBT up in South Bend. Going to be talking about some Notre Dame Fighting Irish and some IU. And we'll be talking, obviously, about that, a little bit of an explosion. Yes, there was an explosion. And we'll get into that. It involved Duke and it involved Nike. We'll definitely get into that conversation as well as all the college basketball action going on around the NCAA as we get geared and closer to March Madness. Also a little talk with Matthew on some Indy Car. Not a lot going on there, but certainly anytime we can talk Indy Car because it's just right around the corner. And NASCAR has got its season underway. We had a great Daytona 500, long but great, last weekend. And Steve Wilson from Speedway Digest joins us in the 10 o'clock hour. In the second hour, to recap that for us, he was down there at Daytona. He's in Atlanta today with us, so he's going to be calling us from Atlanta today. Obviously, the action is in Atlanta today, so we'll be talking about that. Both the BS Sports Show also going to join us. And he's going to talk about everything, that all the major ingredients, sex, shoe explosions, trades in the NFL, trades in the NBA, big Manny money, all of that stuff coming up right around the corner. We'll be right back. Myself and Matthew Embury, we're going to kick things off right here on the Balance Radio Network. Stand by. It's about to get good.
Tonight.
The Air National Guard is a reserve component of the United States Air Force and serves alongside active-duty Air Force members in times of a national crisis. In addition, the Air Guard serves the state and local community in a wide range of capacities. The reason people join the Air Guard is as diverse as our members and includes such reasons as a deep desire to serve their country, money for college, travel, new job skills, and the pride that goes along with belonging to the greatest military organization in the world. I joined because I felt a calling to serve my country, but I didn't want to be far away from my family, so the Indiana Air National Guard was a perfect fit for me. With over 95 different career opportunities to choose from and 100% paid college tuition to any state-funded college, why not give us a call? Call 1-800-841-3103 or visit online at goang.com to find out more. Again, that's 1-800-841-3103. The Air National Guard, guarding America, defending freedom.
It's double trouble, double the fun at African Safari Wildlife Park in Port Clinton, Ohio. See the largest antelope on Earth, the giant eland, and the ugliest creature on Earth, the African warthog. There's so much to see and do, including the Midwest's only drive-through safari. Feed the animals, see live educational shows, feel the excitement. Have your picture taken with a python or cockatoo. Feel the adventure. Shop the Symbol Lodge gift shop with items available from around the globe. Visit the snack bar or picnic facilities. Enjoy a pony or camel ride. Or cheer your favorite porker on to victory in the famous Pork Chop Down. Bring your family to see the rare and exotic animals at African Safari Wildlife Park in Port Clinton, Ohio. Just take Route 2 to the Route 53 North exit and follow the sign. Only 17 miles west of Cedar Point via Route 6. Open every day, rain or shine.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be confusing. Like Swedish techno confusing.
Bark, bark, meow, meow. Dance with me, purple cow. Bark, bark, meow, meow. Ooh, you lovely cow.
Geico makes it easy. With 24/7 access, all you have to do is go to Geico.com and you can save money on car insurance. It just makes sense. Unlike, you know.
Dance with me, purple cow. I like your move.
When you don't go to Geico.com, car insurance can be hard. Like early 90s heavy metal hard.
I'm yelling and screaming and I'm loud. Roar.
Geico makes it easy. You can review and update your policy or report a claim on Geico.com or the Geico mobile app. Because shouldn't we all have a little less stress in our lives?
I'm not even upset about anything.
All right, welcome back to the Balance. My name's Tom Marquis, El Presidente. Time to kick things off. Joining me now is the one, the only, the great Matthew Embury, WSBT up in South Bend. Joins us to talk some college hoopage, a little bit of Indy Car. Obviously, Matthew's also our official Indy Car contributor as we get ready for Indy Car. We'll get into that here in just a moment. But we'll start out with Matthew. Matthew, I'll tell you what. The ACC is showing no favors to Notre Dame. Got Virginia Tech today. What say you, sir?
Right now, I think Virginia Tech certainly could secure their place in the NCAA tournament with a win today. I think right now, at this point, that's the main focus. I don't think Notre Dame is going to be able to pull off a spoiler move in this game at this point. And then, of course, a lot of drama for, weird reasons for this Duke-Syracuse game. Obviously, Zion Williamson is not going to play. And then, of course, the issues with Syracuse's head coach Jim Boeheim after that accident. Vehicular contact that led to a fatality. The question is, should he be coaching or not? And, of course, he's going to be coaching tonight when they're going to be at the Carrier Dome. But still a lot of people thinking that he should not be on that sideline this evening.
Yeah, let's go ahead and talk about that. That's a great story that broke earlier this week. And, when you first hear things like that, you think you always, unfortunately, society has trained us to jump to the worst, that maybe he was intoxicated or something. But that certainly was not the case. It was just an unfortunate accident. Certainly after the big win Syracuse had there, on his way home, came across an accident and somebody was actually on the highway. That was part of the other accident. And it was just one of those unfortunate things where Coach Boeheim hit this individual, and unfortunately this individual did pass away. Terrible, terrible, terrible accident. But we do want to make sure that everybody knows that Coach Boeheim, this was just an accident. But, yeah, you're right. It would play something on your psyche. I couldn't imagine. And maybe, basketball's the escape, Matt. I mean, I don't know that he didn't do anything illegal, didn't break any laws, and this is what he knows. We all kind of have our zone, and no pun intended, but basketball will be the zone for Coach Boeheim, and that might be just exactly what he needs to kind of get past this point.
Boeheim knows these accidents and situations are happening all too often now, and maybe just a sign that maybe it's time for him to hang up the whistle and focus in on the rest of his life beyond basketball. A lot of stress-related issues he's had, a few health scares. You wonder if it's time maybe that he needs to start thinking about possibly in the next years or the next few years, possibly hang up the whistle and just go on down the road.
Well, yeah, and certainly that's a discussions that we'll probably be having, and obviously that I still don't know that could be linked to the accident, but yeah, a lot of conversations around that. But I wish the best to everybody that was involved in that.
In a job like this, and as crazy as things are getting with recruiting, this is a 24/7, 365 job now, and to have done it for over 3 decades, that's got to take a lot out of you at some point.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Virginia Tech at Notre Dame, they're at Purcell Pavilion there in your country there. The Virginia Tech Hokies and the Notre Dame Fighter and Irish meet today for some college basketball action. Let's talk about that game. Give us the ins, the outs, and then we'll move into some of the other Homer teams, and then we'll get on into the top 25 games that we got going on today around the NCAA.
The saving grace for Notre Dame, obviously Virginia Tech is struggling to score. Yes, they're holding opponents to 0.98 points per possession, but the problem is the Hokies are only scoring 1.02 for themselves. Add to that, Justin Robertson, their leading scorers, is out with a foot injury. Based on that, the thing is, can Notre Dame step forward? I mean, TJ Gibbs has had a couple of very strong games, but he hasn't put the full game together. And I think if he can put the full game together today, maybe they have a chance to knock off Virginia Tech. But I think considering, like I said, the circumstances, you have a Buzz Williams coach team and obviously the ultimate motivator, Buzz Williams, and I think one of the most underrated coaches in college basketball today. I think Virginia Tech, like I said, will find a way to win this game, but it will be close, I think, for a while.
Well, we'll see what happens. Obviously, Notre Dame's not the only school in the state of Indiana. We always say Homer in Indiana because I know a lot of people may not know this, but we're located high atop the Ballon Studios in the west suburbs of Indianapolis, Indiana, just about 5 miles away from the great Indianapolis Motor Speedway. You're up in South Bend. So our Homer is the state of Indiana. Obviously, I'm a big IU guy, IU alumni, go IU, go Hoosiers, but I'm very disappointed. I feel like a lot of times maybe we got exactly what we thought we were going to get in Romeo. I don't think that anybody ever really thought that he was going to be a 20-pointer a game guy. The unfortunate thing is I think a lot of fans thought that he was the savior or the messiah, if you will. It turns out that he's not. Yesterday, obviously, IU lost to Iowa. We got Wisconsin on Tuesday. And then on March 2nd, as we move into March, Indiana's got Michigan State. It's really looking disappointing to me for them to get into the tournament. And as a fan, I'm really, really not just with Romeo, but with Archie and the entire team. I know they've battled injuries, and we can find all kinds of excuses. The team that comes in and starts the year can beat Butler, can beat Louisville, can beat Marquette. Is now going in the other direction. There has to be a reason. We don't know why. Is it a coaching leadership problem? I don't know. But Archie's seat is going to start heating up if things don't start changing down in southern Indiana.
I think it's equally despondent on the freshman class. I mean, not just Romeo Langford, but Demevi Anderson, the former South Bend Riley star, and a few others in that group have just not provided the development and the output that I think that they were Archie was hoping to get. And it's not just Romeo Langford. I think the freshman class in a tour has been a downfall for them and a disappointment, just much like it's been at Notre Dame this year. But again, there's the danger when you put a lot of pressure on a great recruiting class, expect them to pick up the slack right away. 9 times out of 10, unless you are very lucky or you just happen to get McDonald's All-Americans all over the place like Kentucky or Duke does, usually it's not going to work out for you.
Well, we'll certainly hope that things pan out because I really think there's so much on the bubble. They're not even on the bubble anymore. They are literally walking on the thinnest of ice to get into the tournament. And if they miss the tournament, I think that's just takes it up a couple notches. Archie's been there a few years. He's had some time. I'm not saying he'll get fired next year, but things have to turn around and have to turn around quickly because at this point, we still don't know if Romeo's going to come back next year. We had said all along that he's going to be a one and done and go to the NBA. My thing is if I'm an NBA team and I'm seeing what I've seen, I'm okay with it. but he's not my mega star. He's not my first rounder. He's not my second